I'm Angela Sharpe, and welcome to today's Daily Mix. I am back. I don't know if I reminded you last time, but I went to the CMA Awards this past week in Nashville. I go every year, and it's always a ton of fun. You never knew how they were going to deal with all the tragedies we've had in Vegas, but I think they handled all of that very well. And of course, they started the show with Eric Church, a single beam of light, and a guitar. So I'm a pretty happy girl. Plus, I got great seats. If you happen to watch the CMA Awards, at the end there, they zoomed in on Dierks Bentley while he was singing along with Alan Jackson, and right behind Dierks, I was singing along too, so I had row 2 seats, which wasn't too bad. The only thing that was a little bit of a problem with the CMAs is Garth Brooks, he lip sang, which has called a little bit of a controversy in the country music land. I gotta tell you, I was right there while he was singing, had no clue he was lip syncing until I saw it again on TV. On TV, it was pretty obvious. And plus, Eric Church didn't win Entertainer of the Year, which he totally should have, right? I know, right? Anyway, it was a ton of fun, but I'm super glad to be back right here in St. Louis and on the Daily Mix. So a lot of cool things happening with local natives. Remember Swansea native Clayton Keller? He made his NHL debut with the Arizona Coyotes earlier this year. Right here in St. Louis is where he made his debut, which is pretty cool for a guy coming up. The young center is making quite a name for himself too. He's become the first rookie to record 15 points in a month since Teemu Selanne and Keith Tkachuk did it 24 years ago in 1993. He currently leads all rookies with 49 shots on goal and has scored at least 1 point in 10 of the Coyotes' last 13 games. No wonder he is named NHL Rookie of the Month for October. Super great work. You love seeing local kids do well, and he's not the only local player wearing a Coyotes sweater. Alton's Dakota Mermis just made his NHL debut as the Coyotes' new defenseman. Now, he left Alton, Illinois around his sophomore year of high school for further development through the U.S. Hockey Developmental Program. And of course, it all paid off. The 1st of November, when he was called up from the Roadrunners, which is the Coyotes' AHL affiliate team. Prior to signing his 3-year contract with the Coyotes, he spent 3 years in the Ontario Hockey League, and we're excited to see what his future holds. Mermis and Keller, we wish them both the best of luck. You love seeing guys come up in through St. Louis or right outside St. Louis and make it big. Later on in the show, we're going to keep it sports related because my guest today is Shelly Clark with the Ambush. You know the Ambush? They got this great soccer league. It's happening. It's not that far from here, right out there in St. Charles. She's going to tell us what's going on and why we would want to check it out. Plus, I work there too. All right, let's get started on today's Daily Mix. You now have a second chance to come on down at the fabulous Fox Theater. Due to popular demand, a second date has been added for The Price is Right Live. The hit interactive stage show gives contestants a chance to win cash, appliances, vacations, and more, all by playing favorite games like Cliffhangers and Plinko and The Big Wheel. It's all on the fabulous showcase, of course. Now, for the last 10 years, The Price is Right Live has been giving fans the chance to experience the popular show's fun and excitement up close and personal. Now, there are limited tickets left for the February 13th show, but now there are more options with the February 14th show. Both shows will take place at 7:30 at the Fabulous Fox. For more information, visit fabulousfox.com. St. Louis Lambert International Airport has been seeing steady growth, according to a new recent report. St. Louis has seen 26 straight months of total passenger growth. There have been 68,000 departing flights so far this year versus just 63,000 this time last year. The positive trends are across the board. In addition to commercial flights, there has been an increase in cargo, general aviation, and military as well. The airport expects the positive trends to carry throughout the end of the year, with additional flights being added throughout November. The airport will stay very busy, operating 254 daily flights to 65 non-stop destinations. You can stay up to date with flights and more by visiting flystl.com or by following FlySTL on Facebook and Twitter. Home security firm Safewise has released its annual list of the 20 safest cities in Missouri, and the cities were chosen based on the most recent FBI crime stats as well as population data this year. 7 St. Louis area cities made the list. In the top 5 were Cottonville, Bonne Terre, and Baldwin. Also on the list, Dub G, Webster Groves, O'Fallon, Town and Country, and Ladue. 2 other metro area towns made the Illinois list earlier this year, Waterloo and Muscuda. You can read all about the full reports on both by clicking on Safety News at the bottom of the homepage at safewise.com. The St. Louis Board of Aldermen has approved a measure that aims to power the city entirely on renewable energy sources, including solar and wind, all by 2035. By the end of next year, the city will have developed a plan to wean itself off of fossil fuels. With this latest move, St. Louis joins more than 40 other U.S. cities that have set a goal of 100% clean energy. In a recent press conference, St. Louis Board of Aldermen President Lewis Reed applauded the move.
This process will now begin to do is to bring in more stakeholders and have a unified strategy and a very deliberate plan to meet the goals that are set forth here and to be ready for 100. I want to thank each and every one of you for showing up today, and I'm so excited about the future of the city of St. Louis because we're going to be ready for 100. Let's give a big round of applause.
Resolution 124 by visiting the Board of Aldermen page at stlouis-mo.gov. And ground has officially been broken on the St. Louis Aquarium at Union Station. The 125,000 square foot aquarium will be located in the former mall area and will feature one-of-a-kind exhibits with 1,000 species from around the world. Construction will begin later this month and is expected to be completed by the summer 2019. Once complete, the attraction will be open year-round from 9 to 7 p.m. For the latest on the St. Louis Aquarium, follow them on Facebook and Twitter or visit stlouisunionstation.com. This next one should come as no surprise. Walt Hub has named St. Louis the best city for Major League Baseball in 2017. The personal finance website compared more than 360 U.S. cities, ranking them on everything from performance level and ticket price to stadium accessibility and fan engagement. St. Louis came in #1 in both performance level and, of course, fan engagement. Overall, St. Louis took home the #2 once minor league and NCAA teams were factored in. Hey, #2, still not bad. You can read more about how St. Louis came out in all of the different categories at wallethub.com. Not only does St. Louis have a great baseball team, but our zoo is pretty awesome too. Earlier this year, it was chosen as the top winner in USA Today's 10 Best Readers' Choice Awards at the Best Zoo. And the honor came just a year after being voted America's top free attraction in 2016. Their excellent animal care, education, and conservative efforts are just a few of the things earning them national recognition. And it does it time and time again. Now they're just being recognized for something else, the annual holiday light display. I love Christmas lights, so listen up. USA World Bank Lights is up for Best Zoo Lights in USA Today's latest Reader's Choice poll. Last year, the zoo finished in the top 3, so this year, let's help them make their way to the top. You can vote for Best Zoo Lights once a day through Monday, December 4th at 11 a.m. To cast your vote, click on the Best Zoo Lights contest at 10pest.com/awards. Now, if you've ever been to USA Bank Wild Lights at the zoo, you should definitely put it on your to-do list. Wild Lights features over 500,000 holiday lights and a wonderful full list of activities. Light displays include the Starry Safari, Jungle Bell Rock, get it? Snowfall Alley, Candy Lane, and more. While you're there, you can gather around the fire and roast s'mores and listen to storytellers as they present entertaining animal tales. There are festival crafts and activities for the children at the Woodland Workshop. On select weekend nights, you'll even find carolers, costume characters, and other live performers, adding a little extra holiday cheer. And don't forget to stop by the 4D Theater to catch a special screening of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. US Bake Wild Lights starts on November 24th and will continue through December 30th. While the event is open most weekends during the time, weekdays do vary, so be sure to check out that full schedule, stlzoo.org. Wild Lights and so many other great attractions have become family traditions for the holidays, but there's one this year that you want to add a room for. One more destination, right? For the first time ever, Gateway Motorsports Park is transforming into a festive wonderland with the magic of lights. The track will be turned into an ultimate drive-through holiday light experience. More than 40 scenes will be featured in the 1.5-mile course, including a 200-foot light tunnel, favorite holiday characters, animated snowman, elves, a Victorian village, and of course, Santa Claus. You can't have lights without Santa Claus. The Magic of Light display will open for the first time ever on November 17th and will operate nightly through January 1st. For more information, visit magicoflights.com/St. Louis. Anheuser-Busch Brewery's popular holiday light display is returning bigger and brighter than ever. This year's visitors will enjoy even more lights as they walk or drive through the brewery lights display. In addition to the amazing lights, there will also be live holiday music from local musicians. The Budweiser Clydesdales will also be around, and of course, a family-friendly activity center. The Bud Light Ice Rink will also be back, as well as fire pits where guests can warm up and roast s'mores. Brewery Lights is open every Thursday through Sunday from 10 to 5 from November 16th to December 30th. You can find out all the details at brewerylights.com. Winterfest is at the Arch is returning to Keener Plaza, and this year they're bringing real ice. Thank you. I don't know if you went last year, was down by the Arch last year, and they had that weird plastic ice, and I can skate, and on that plastic ice, it's just not the same, it's not right. So now, real ice. On Saturday, November 18th, it'll coincide with Christmas in St. Louis and all of the exciting events taking place at Keener Plaza for the 2017 Ameren, Missouri Festival of Lights. A few of the highlights of this year's season include One Nation Night on November 30th. The Cardinals and Blues will team up to bring you special alumni appearances, Louie and Fredbert, you gotta have them, giveaways, and a whole lot more. Then on December 2nd comes the Blues Holiday Toy Drive and Viewing Party. Fans can watch the Blues at Minnesota on a huge, large outdoor screen at Keener Plaza as Fox Sports Midwest will broadcast live right there from the Winterfest rink. So you can skate while you watch the Blues. It makes it all wintry and kind of cool. Fans are also encouraged to bring a new unwrapped toy for the toy drive. The ice rink will be open until January 1st. You can find out more about all these events as well as the hours of operation by visiting archwinterfest.com. The Missouri Botanical Gardens annual holiday flower and train show also returns for the holiday season. The Gardenland Express features G-scale trains as traveling along a 90 feet of track. Visitors of all ages can enjoy watching the trains travel through the mini holiday landscape that's made up of festival decorations and thousands of fresh plants. Also, poinsettias or poinsettias, depending on where you are from. Gardenland Express will be on display from November 18th through January 1st. For more information, visit mobot.org. Now, this is my favorite part of the show where I get to introduce my guest, and it's my friend too. So it's Shelly Clark from The Ambush. So happy to have you here today.
Thanks, Angela. I appreciate being here.
Yay!
I'm excited.
We're so excited. So The Ambush just had their home opener.
Yes.
On Saturday.
Yes.
So now we're in. We're gearing up. The season has started.
It's here.
It's here.
Whether we're ready for it or not, it's here. It's here.
Well, the thing about St. Louis is St. Louis has wanted, they're always talking about Major League Soccer. This is a professional soccer team just right there in St. Charles, so it's not that far away.
It is. It is indoor soccer, so it's a great place for those players that want to build to that next level. to kind of come at a professional level. It's a great entertainment opportunity. And like you said, it's literally right across the bridge in St. Charles.
So you can see some of these guys in this indoor arena, soccer arena, and who knows where they're going to go on, what's going to happen next for them. So you can kind of meet them and see them before it happens. And something cool, so let's discuss this. I work there for you guys now. I'm the in-game MC like I do for the Blues, for the St. Louis Ambush. And
guess what I brought for you today? Yes. Not only is it our Ambush jersey, but look.
It says my name on the back. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So excited. All right, so this is exciting. But what I thought was really cool is after one of our preseason games, all the players come down and they sat in kind of a horseshoe and fans could come out and meet their favorite player, get an autograph, take a selfie. Does that happen a lot?
It is every game. We allow the fans to come down. It's an opportunity for kids to really get to talk to the guys, to get to meet them. I mean, as we know, youth soccer in St. Louis is huge.
Right.
There's over 60,000 youth players. So this is an opportunity for them to create positive role models and have that engagement where it's like, yeah, you know what? I can live in St. Louis and I could be a professional soccer player one day. So it's that opportunity for them to kind of find their hometown heroes and, who knows where it's going to take them.
Right, and it's so exciting to see a little child, especially the smaller ones, go up, watch this game, watch the favorite player, and then go down and meet and maybe take a selfie or get a handshake or whatever. And you can just see it on their face when they light up like I met somebody that's important to me.
Yeah, and it's all about the autograph. Everybody wants autographs. So they get their t-shirts. I got kids who have shoes that are autographed, ball caps, you name it. And parents, might not like it so much because it's permanent marker, but the kids love it. So it's a great opportunity again for that one-on-one, that personal, interaction that you can't get at the higher levels, that you can't get with the Blues, you can't get with the Cardinals. This is every game.
Every
opportunity to come
game,
down. Yeah, and to be on the field alone, to be able to run around and play where the guys play, that alone is a unique opportunity for us.
That's pretty exciting. And you guys do go out of your way to make sure this is a family-friendly. It's not a sporting event. I love my hockey, but we prefer you to wait till the stoppage of play before you move in hockey. But here, kids can jump up, dance around, yell, scream, kind of really get involved.
You've got the DJ playing songs the entire game. We've got a fan cheering section with drums going. It is a time for your kids to actually burn off the cotton candy and the Dippin' Dots that they're eating so that when they go home, they're tired and ready to go to bed. But it's a place where kids are supposed to come and cheer and scream, and we encourage it.
Yeah, I was actually, one of the things that I found, I was surprised by the DJ being allowed to play during the game like that, and he's playing dance music that the kids know.
Yeah. You never know when the YMCA is going to break out or chicken dance or any of those. And like I said, this is really geared towards families. The whole thing is for families. That's why tickets are so inexpensive. We want families to have a fun place where they can come out. We have free giveaways all the time. So we've got Star Wars night coming up. We've got Harry Potter night. In January, we have a mascot game where literally 20 of the mascots
so excited about
from St. Louis come out. You're going to have everybody from Fredbird and Louie to our own Bushwhacker. And, we've got all the different colleges participate. So it is a hysterical game to watch, and the kids love it. And that's really what it's all about. It's about building an environment where families can come together, spend a couple hours together, and enjoy themselves in a relatively close location to St. Louis.
Well, absolutely. And I'm in this mascot game. I'm so excited. I've seen it once before. It's so much fun where all these mascots get together and they're bumbling around and everything, and it's just a lot of fun. Now, we've been focused a lot on kids, but anybody can come on out.
Yeah.
You really want to see professional soccer, and you can end up, some of those side seats, basically you're right there. Like, I was sitting down there the other day and soccer balls were coming out of the field of play on your lap, so you can really get close and really involve yourself in the game as an adult.
Absolutely. Well, and here's the thing too, this is a really quick paced version of soccer. There's no out of bounds, so you're using the walls. It's just like hockey. Except for that, our field is smaller and the guys run their keisters off like nobody's business. So, it is just a lot of fun to watch and be a part of.
Well, we got to talk about what's coming up. You're kind of helping the scouts collect for food and helping people get a discounted ticket. So tell us a little bit about that.
So for the game this coming Sunday, which is November 19th, we have a 3 o'clock start. And what we're doing is anybody who brings 5 non-perishable food items will get into gates for only $15. So it's a savings of $7. We're going to donate all of that food right back to the Scouts. And as you know, I mean, the Scouts do their scouting for food. This is the same weekend, but that food helps, replenish all of the local food pantries for months to come. So this is very imperative for them for success. So we want you to come down and be a part of it.
I mean, it's a great way for you to save a little extra money on your ambush ticket. Maybe check out the ambush if you haven't done that yet, because maybe you're interested, but this is a good way. Donate some food. It's a Sunday. Just go check it out. You've got a lot of stuff coming up. What is your email or your web address?
The website is stlewisambush.com or stlambush.com. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Our players kind of handle our Instagram account, so it's a great opportunity to kind of get an insight onto what's happening in their life.
What's happening. And one more thing I want to mention before we're running out of time, but on December 31st, New Year's Eve, you've got a really cool thing. So it's an earlier start that day.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock game, which means you could come, take your family. At the ambush, we're going to make sure we do a little kind of countdown to the New Year's Eve thing. That way parents can celebrate with their children. Then you can drop the children off at the babysitter and go out and party on your own. I kind of like the way that you've set that up.
Yeah, it's the party before the party. I, as a mom myself, always felt guilty leaving my kids and not having that special time with them. So this is a time where you can do something fun with your family. And then, like you said, take them home and go out and have the adult party at night. But this is specifically geared for kids to have a great time and count down that new year and start it just like their parents.
And I can't wait to see what it's like, because the preseason game was so much fun. The kids were so energetic, so I can't wait on a game like that. And actually, I'll be back on Sunday.
Yeah.
Games start back on Sunday. Home openers already happened. You can't miss it. So hurry on up. Tell them one more time where they can find out all the information.
Either our website, stlewisambush.com, or call our office at 636-477-6363.
Perfect. Thank you, Shelly, so much for coming on out. See, ambush. I just like to keep it sports related.
That's right.
You can also check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. You can always drop me a line right here at the Daily Mix at stltv.net. We want to hear it from you. That's going to do it from the Daily Mix, but keep it right here on St. Louis and experience St. Louis.